Have you seen the new tomato cages from Garden in Minutes? Well, if you're growing tomatoes, pole beans, cucumbers, or anything that needs a trellis, I'm going to share with you my first impressions having just taken these out of the box. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use them in my garden and how I think they'll compare to other methods of staking that I've used before. So let me be honest with you. I've been using the Garden in Minutes garden grids for several years. I absolutely love them. They are a sponsor of this channel and I love sharing about them. But when I found out that they had come out with a new product for trellising tomatoes, I wasn't super excited just because I've been growing tomatoes for a really long time and I kind of figured out what I like in tomato cages or tomato staking and what I don't. In other words, I didn't really feel like I needed it. But there was one thing that intrigued me about this and made me want to give it a try. The big draw for me is that these cages fit within the Garden in Minutes garden grids. They are smaller and more sturdy. I used my round tomato cages last year in these raised beds with the garden grids and they worked just fine, but I found that it was really hard if I ever wanted to top off the soil or to do anything to raise the level of the soil, especially throughout the year. The tomato cages just kept the grids stuck, and I didn't really love that. So I thought this would be really interesting to have in between the grids themselves to have that flexibility. I also liked how compact they were because one thing that I don't love about the really large round tomato cages is that I feel like I'm constantly having to go inside the cage to have to harvest, and sometimes that can be a little bit inconvenient. So the possibility of having the tomatoes outside the cage to be able to harvest from is something that I'm really interested in and looking forward to. But the biggest draw I feel like to these tomato cages actually came once I opened the box, and that was in their assembly. I've got another box that I'm going to open for another bed, and I'll show you just how easy it is to put these cages together. So you've probably noticed on this channel that you only hear me talk about a handful of companies. That's because I only want to partner with those whose products I really like and the ones that I use, and also the companies that I trust. And one thing that I really have liked about Garden in Minutes, especially with their garden grids, is how they live up to their name. They want to make gardening simpler, so these grids only take minutes literally to put together. I was amazed when I found the same was true with these. So when you open the box, these boxes come in with 4 cages. The first thing you're going to see is the top of the tomato cage. Now, I didn't realize this, and I put this on my grow bag tomato, which I think will work fine, but this is actually the top. The next one you'll see here is the bottom. The difference is you don't see the horizontal top of the cage. So this is the bottom. Also, you've got really long spikes here to be able to go into the ground so that it will be more sturdy. This is also made from 33% thicker steel, so I can tell this is way more sturdy than what you'll find at Lowe's or Home Depot. So let me show you how easy it is to put this together. So I'm going to take this and plunge it into the ground, and you can see that it fits nicely into these Garden in Minutes squares. I'm going to put it right where it's even with the grids themselves, and that is quite sturdy. The next thing is to put the top level, which I think this is like 65 inches total, and these just go inside. This would actually be a really good activity for preschool age kids. Good fine motor skills required here, but still you can see it doesn't take a whole lot of time. Just a little bit of hand-eye coordination. There we go. So I've got all 9 of these, and I really was worried at the beginning about how sturdy these would be because I have had my large tomato cages topple in windstorms. That'll be my only question. They say that these won't topple. I'm just wondering how they'll hold up with the wind, but I can tell you I feel like so far they feel more sturdy, and part of that is because they do have those 9 legs that go pretty deep. And then once the tomato actually is planted in here, then it will help with the stability too. Now, ideally, I would have already planted the tomato here, and I will definitely be doing that next. But I wanted to show you first how easy this was to be able to assemble. And what I love about this too is that so many people love the tomato cages that are made out of cattle panel, but I have looked at how to do that, and it requires quite a bit of assembly. It also requires you to get a cattle panel from your local store, which will take some kind of a truck to be able to transport. And this makes being able to have something like the cattle panel accessible to you and being able to put together within minutes rather than having to do a big DIY project. And when you get 4 of these cages in one box, then you're able to have 4 tomato cages to do 4 tomatoes or to do tomatoes and cucumbers, which is what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to be doing tomatoes in this bed, but then those 3 that you see in the other bed, I'm going to be planting those up with cucumbers. I've never done that before. I've always done cucumbers on a flat trellis, which has all been great, but I'm kind of interested to see how it might work to be able to maybe spiral it as they grow, and I don't know, just a nice different look. So we'll see how that goes. One other thing that you might be interested in is if you have grow bags and you have ever grown tomatoes in grow bags or even in containers, sometimes it can be difficult to figure out how are you going to trellis these. And this is another thing, my large round tomato cages had to go on the outside of the bags, which was inconvenient. I think I actually poked one of mine with a hole last year, but these go within the grow bags themselves. Now, like I said, this is the top actually, because I didn't look at the instructions before I opened the box. Not that it was that hard, we got a top and a bottom. But what I'll probably do is take this off and then put the bottom and then stack it. But I just wanted you to see how easily this went into this grow bag, just in case you're growing in containers and you're wanting an option to trellis whatever you're growing, whether it's tomatoes, cucumbers, beans, or whatever. This would be a nice option. As with any new garden product, how this actually functions in my garden for sure remains to be seen. But follow along and I'll share with you as I go this year. I just know that so many gardeners, especially beginning gardeners, are asking the question, what can I use to stake my tomatoes or trellis other crops? And I just wanted to give you another option here from a company that I can tell you produces great stuff. And my first impressions are this will be a good quality product as well. Now you can get 7% off of your order with my discount code, whether it's these cages or the garden grid or even their metal raised beds. You can check out the link below or go to journeywithjill.net/garden-in-minutes. Now, if you want more ideas on how to trellis your vegetables, I do have a free download I'll also include in the description that shares 6 beautiful trellis possibilities for your vertical vegetables this year. So check that out, download that free one. These, of course, are not going to be part of it because it's brand new, but at least it's fun to explore the different possibilities of vertical gardening. Growing up and adding these vertical elements are one of the most beautiful things you can add to your garden and also helps with the health of your plants. To look at other ways that I have trellised my tomatoes in the past, you can check out this video.